Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at the overview of the market since I suppose I've been on Twitter, and I suppose you could look at anything, your just the size of the pullbacks that have happened over the last 24 hours or so, and you might be mistaken into thinking that it's the absolute end and everything's horrendous and terrible and oh my god, dead, never to return or recover again. Actually, when looking at the total too, well, it is still very much in part of a higher low structure. It is a lower low structure as well. Yeah, it's a descending triangle. I know. I can hear what you're saying. Yeah. It's a consolidation still. Absolutely, absolutely. But have we come back down or below? No, we haven't. No. So for those of you that have been watching me for months, years, you'll be more than aware that all of this summer was all part of a giant consolidation anyway. Something that we've expected all the way back since December and prepared for really since the beginning of the year, making use of the big moves up and then sort of selling to people, obviously selling to Noobmaster himself. And now we're sort of like buying back off Noobmaster again. So I've bought most of my altcoins at the moment. I'm 50% in cash still, which is, that's not much really. That's 50% in cash might sound a lot to people who are overexposed, but it's a lot for me to buy into a consolidation. The only reason I'm doing it is because I'm convicted in my projections, which is that at some point this year we will break out from this descending triangle and continue up to a dramatic effect. But a lot of people can't see that sort of thing, and I understand that, which is why most people want to follow me on whatever platform and follow other people, because they need some guidance. And it's not that I'm trying to guide anybody. I'm letting you know what I think and what I'm doing. And that's the only reason for it. You can tell by my subscriber count and the views I get each day. I'm not a very popular channel. It's mostly because I talk reality and it's not popular at all. You want to hear hopium, but this is hopium. This would go into that, feed into that crypto dream. The only problem is that I'm not saying it's going to happen this afternoon. It's likely to happen at earliest, fourth quarter, and then next year is going to be the big one. So all of these lower prices that we're getting right now, in my humble opinion, what these lower prices are the opportunity. It's the last time, really. I think this is the last chance to position yourself and build up a portfolio in crypto as a whole for when it starts to go crazy again next year. And that's when obviously everyone's going to want to FOMO in. They wish they could turn back time, buy within the consolidation. Oh, I wish I could go back to the summertime in 2024. That was when prices were low. I wish I could have bought back then. I was too afraid. Well, I know. These are the things that most people need to overcome. So let's have a look at the charts then, shall we? So descending triangle still. We're below most moving averages, which does make a case for continuation down to the bottom. Once again, just below 900 billion on the total too there. Let's have a look at the dominance chart, rising back up again. That's fine. This is a bullish chart, and with a bullish chart, we should expect continuation bullishness. But look, 1, 2, 3 drives of bearish divergence at this point as we approach the 58.5% dominance. Now, for me, this is very tasty. And I've got plenty of Bitcoins that I'd be looking to rotate into some altcoins, even if it were just for a 10 to 20, maybe 50, well, let's not get greedy, percent return when we hit this level, and especially this level, because that's what these refer to. Alt seasons, rotations, that's what they are. And we're getting closer to it with bearish divergence on a weekly. So that is a big deal, it's a very big deal, and we love that. I love that. We haven't had anything like this in a long time. So, this is what crypto dreams. This is what crypto dreams are made from, really. But people can't see it. People just aren't able to comprehend what the chart will look like in a year, which, in my opinion, will be either something like this: bang, bang, or bang, bang. That's what it looked like in a year, and that is awesome. Now, we can't obviously get too excited about anything when stocks look like this, but remember, stocks won't look like this forever. I know that there's a lot of people out there calling for the death of the stock market. Black swan this, black swan that. Yeah, we can factor in black swans our whole lives, and if you did that, you would never trade anything, ever. You would be sitting on the sidelines for the rest of your life, There are a lot of black swans out there at the moment. Don't get me wrong, but that's what stop losses are for. That's what risk management is for. Of course, there's always a black swan, but does it swoop down and peck at your chart, knock it down any further? I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the whole point of it. There's always an opportunity for a crash. But right now, this looks like this, which responded like this. So, I'm not saying that this is going to break down any further, but, based on the weekly, we would be looking for it to hit perhaps maybe 5,300. And the weekly closes tonight, and with that, should see a response. So maybe, and again, taking positions on Friday is often a bit of a crazy idea, really. Normally, unless you're significantly in profit, Fridays are about closing positions, but hang on a minute, let's flip that around. If you were short on this, would you close a position, especially as you come down to a weekly 20 moving average? Yeah, you probably would, actually, wouldn't you? So it wouldn't surprise me if we see further downside on this chart, hitting that 20 weekly, another 1.5% perhaps maybe from now. So that'll be a big weekly pullback, and then a bounce from there. So yeah, the stock market looking for a bounce at this rough level. Let's move over to Bitcoin then, shall we? And Bitcoin on the 4 hours, like I said on the Telegram yesterday, I'm not very vocal on there at the moment because it's the summer holidays. I don't have enough time to scratch my bum. Never mind, responds to 4 hourly moving averages. But we did hit the 200 simple moving average on the 4 hourly. That's where I said if we're going to get a bounce, we'll get a bounce from here. And we got a bounce. Got a rejection again from the 20 moving average and the 21 exponential moving average, and now we're stuck below the 10. So look, there's the rock on a hard place. I suppose it's more of a symmetrical triangle if you were to measure these out in their trajectory. So this is how the 200 simple moving average is moving, and this is how your Bollinger Band is moving. So we're kind of looking like this, and you've got to work out, are we going to break out or break down in a symmetrical triangle? I'd probably say it's more likely to break down based on the fact that we're below the 20, which is obviously below most moving averages, which is obviously 65% more likely to remain in that position. But in saying that, we did have bullish divergence here and here, and we're turning up on the MACD, so there is also a chance that we do break out. I am not going to call for any short-term time frame situation today. I don't see there's any sort of point in it. I have taken a position down here, not in Bitcoin, in some altcoins, and I'm talking futures position. I'm not going to tell you what because I don't want people to copy me. I hate the idea of that. What I will do is if it works out nicely, I will post in the Telegram. This worked out for me, but no, it's risky. It's very risky. This is why I don't like to do that. I know that some people would love to copy trades, but I also know that a lot of people do not employ any form of risk management whatsoever. So I refrain from that kind of thing. I'll let you know when a position's done and dusted, but not when it's been activated, because I know that people can't handle that. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm talking about the other people, and you know it too, that people just don't have any risk management at all. Trading is trading. Some people treat trading as gambling, and trading is gambling to a large extent. The only difference is that you can minimize losses if you're careful and if you're disciplined. Right, so that is what that looks like. Stock market is what that looks like. Dominance chart is what that looks like. So obviously, generally, everything is in the red right now, and that's what that looks like. But remember, red is good. Red is not dead. Red is opportunity. Red is where we buy to sell high. Now, this might not be the low. I'm not suggesting that it is. There's no reason why it should be. There's no reason why it could be. But it's getting closer and closer and closer to what I would consider to be a serious reversal. And I'm talking months before the reversal. If we just have a look at the weekly, and again, I just want to reiterate the importance of a weekly. we hit the 21 exponential moving average. That, to me, is similar to the way that a 20 moving average is the center of a Bollinger Band works. So it's a very volatile chart. With volatile charts, you use exponential moving averages as well as simples. We saw that the 21 exponential was hit this time. Big bounce from there all the way up. It's been hit this time. Do we expect a big bounce all the way up? We don't expect anything. But the chances of it, yeah, there's a reasonable chance of it happening. We're talking weeklies here. We're not talking 5-minute, 15-minute time frames. We're talking weeklies. So, for me, I'm still very excited because, to me, everything that I'm seeing here is nothing other than what I've been talking about and expecting since December last year, when we got that big alt season, and then we got the continuation into March, and since then we've just been consolidating. That's fine. This is all part of the absolute master plan. The master plan will end at a much higher area for Bitcoin and altcoins, generally speaking, this time next year, and that will be master plan complete. But in order for the master plan to complete, you have to stick to what the master plan suggests, which is consolidate throughout the summer, accumulate, build a portfolio throughout the summer, and then sit back and enjoy the fruits of the plan. You know, so that is that. There's nothing more to say. Looking good to me. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Hopefully you have made a plan, and if you have, then none of this will faze you. If you don't have a plan, you'll be flapping around like a headless chicken, which is what I can see on all kinds of platforms at the moment. Headless chickens all over the place, because there is no plan for those people. People who have a plan enjoy what they see, and in fact they relish in it, they invite it, and they take advantage of it. So let's just sit back, watch and wait, enjoy. The stock market does look like it wants to nudge down further today, which is fine. That should bring all markets down as the correlation is still extremely high. The financial markets are one giant machine. So I'll leave it with you there, but if you want to join the Patreon, we're doing a live stream tonight. If you want to join in for that, there's a link in the description below. Other than that, though, take it easy. Make a plan if you haven't got one already. You need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, then you're screwed, really. You'll be all over the place. You'll be ruled by your emotions. If you have a plan, there is no emotional component to trading. It is just about execution. So I'll leave it with you there. Maybe I'll see you tonight. Maybe I won't. But other than that, I hope you have a nice day and take it easy.